Her voice still rings in my ears, clear as glass. "I'm off to the shops. I won't be long." She said it casually, like it was nothing at all. At first I didn't think much of it. Every couple needs breathing room, don't they? 15 years together had taught me her habits, her little quirks, the rhythm of her days. But slowly, her errands began to stretch into hours, and the excuses came too often, too smoothly. Something inside me started to stir. It wasn't jealousy, not then. It was just a subtle tug, an uneasiness I couldn't shake. She was different. She dressed up more for these so-called shopping trips than she did for dinners with me. Her phone never left her side, always flipped over on the table, her notifications muted like secrets waiting to stay hidden. And when I'd ask about her day, her eyes would slip away from mine, sharp and evasive, as if answering me was dangerous. The doubt smoldered quietly, a spark waiting for air. That Saturday she repeated the same old line. "I'm going shopping." I kissed her cheek, smiled like I always did, and told her to take her time. But inside, I had already chosen my course. 10 minutes after she drove away, I grabbed my keys and followed. My heart pounded against my ribs, each thud a warning that I was crossing a line I never thought I'd cross. I'd never been the suspicious husband, never the one to snoop or pry. I trusted her completely, or I thought I did. But something that day pushed me forward, urged me to stop lying to myself. She didn't head to the mall or any store. Instead, she turned into a neighborhood where we had no family, no friends, no reason to be. My grip on the wheel tightened. I hung back, careful not to get too close. When she pulled into a driveway I'd never seen before, the sight of her walking up to the door with the confidence of someone who belonged there made my stomach twist. She wasn't there to shop. She was there for someone. I parked across the street, hands gripping the wheel until my knuckles bleached white. A part of me wanted to start the car and drive away, to erase what I'd just witnessed, to pretend ignorance. But another part, the part raw with betrayal, demanded I look. I stepped out of the car, each foot heavy as stone, dragging me closer to the house. The blinds on the front window were tilted just enough. I leaned forward, curiosity and dread pulling me in. And there she was, my wife, the woman I'd built a life with, entwined with another man. She was laughing, kissing him, touching him the way she once touched me. In that instant, the world fell apart. My chest caved in, and air refused to fill my lungs. It was like watching years of memories burn to ash before my eyes. I must have made a sound, because her head turned, and our eyes met through the glass. Shock froze her face, guilt painted across it like a confession. Then she fainted, collapsing into his arms while he scrambled to catch her. I didn't rush in. I didn't pound on the door or scream. I didn't need her excuses. I didn't need her lies. I turned back to my car, each step steadier than the last. By the time I sat in the driver's seat, the fury that had once boiled inside me cooled into something sharper, resolve. Later that evening, she came home pale, trembling, desperate. She tried to talk, tried to explain it away. Her tears poured. Her words stumbled over themselves. Claims of mistakes, accidents, moments of weakness. But affairs don't stretch over weeks. They don't require hiding, sneaking, lying, and dressing up for someone else. No, this wasn't a slip. It was a choice, a deliberate betrayal. And so I made mine. I told her it was over. No forgiveness, no second chances. What she'd broken could never be rebuilt. She dropped to the floor, sobbing, clinging to me, begging. But her grief wasn't for me. It was for the mask she could no longer wear, for the double life she couldn't keep. Respect, once lost, leaves no space for love. The weeks that followed were brutal. Lawyers, paperwork, angry phone calls. Family pulled in every direction, friends whispering, sides being chosen. Yet with every day that passed, I felt lighter. I was no longer the man left at home in the dark, waiting for a lie to walk back through the door. Instead, I turned my attention inward. I threw myself into my work, my health, my own growth. I leaned on the people who stayed loyal, who reminded me that real friendship doesn't vanish when life turns ugly. Slowly, pain turned into clarity. I learned a truth I'll never forget. Loyalty can't be forced, and love without respect isn't love at all. If someone decides to betray you, no amount of devotion can stop them. And in the end, the sweetest revenge isn't yelling, isn't chaos, isn't destruction. It's walking away with dignity intact, with integrity unshaken. She thought she could keep me in the dark forever. She thought she could balance two worlds, play her game without consequence. But she lost everything, my trust, my love, my presence. I walked away free. And now I know, when your instincts whisper, listen. Don't dismiss them. Don't let yourself be treated like a backup plan. You deserve honesty, loyalty, peace. My wife said she was going shopping. Instead, I caught her living a lie. That was the day my eyes opened. And the day I finally set myself free.